My fellow Diggersby enthusiasts, we said this battle versus Viz was going to be just like the Mox. And by that I mean it's going to be nothing like the Mox. Let's start with the star of the show from our side, Salakandor Trevenant. This set is absolute chaos. With Salak in hand and Harvest, Trevenant essentially has access to a poor man's speed boost, backing it up sturdy Custop Magnon, our dedicated lead. Another one of those you thought you had me moments. Viz has no electric immunities and an iffy electric resist in Venusaur, so this Pokemon can get a huge chunk off against their team before going down. Then there's Agility, Terra, normal rescore, not the classic stall wall. No protect spam here. This thing sets up and becomes a surprise cleaner with its Diggersby. Wannabe stabs. In order to assist Gleescore at 12 is bringing dual screens Rotomosh to make it easier to set up. Since Voice is a Sun team, Rain Dance Bundle is here to cool them off. Is this a good idea into Walking Wake? Probably not, but time will tell. And finally, Galarian Slowking with Chilly Reception as an alternative weather setter. We have a specific game plan and strategy in mind. Can Viz creative ingenuity make this game nothing like the Mox? Watch and find out. Oh yeah, and don't forget,
Okay, so Viz brought a couple surprises. I thought for sure Charizard was going to come to this matchup just because my fire resist is essentially Rotom, which isn't exactly known for its bulk. So not seeing that is a very nice surprise for me. And I'm just going to lead my Magneton. My Magneton's a good lead into basically anything. It's a custom sturdy set, so it basically can 1-for-1 early. No Venusaur means he has absolutely no electric switch in, so Thunderbolts are free for days. And we'll roll with this. It also means Toxic Spikes is super free, so as long as I can get Toxic Spikes off at some point during the match, he's going to have issues removing that. Unfortunately, the hat hat's kind of like a both fortunate and unfortunate thing. I need to be very careful about Comfy, as Deoxys leads. Okay, this is probably just going to get a Brox. I leave my Magneton, and I'm just going to get my Thunderbolts. And I can Thunderwave this, but I don't really see much of the point to Thunderwaving it. So I'm just going to Thunderbolt. As you knock, okay. You're going to see my Custap. This is the situation which I didn't really want to have play out. But, okay, so this is like some defensive... This is a very defensive Deoxys, okay. That's red card, interesting. Okay, so our Magneton just got wasted. But good to note, no item. And our Rotom comes out. No, I don't want to lose screens. Screens are so good here. As much as I don't want to lose my screens this turn, I think I am just gonna light screen here. Because he's gonna knock my, oh no, you don't knock. Okay, that's fine. So your Stealth Rocks get on the field. This is like worst case scenario for me. If I was really hoping on my thingy to be able to do a lot of work. So we got light screen off. Okay, that should fix my remote. That was, wait, shoot, okay. So we have light screen up. I don't want to risk Spikes getting up speed. That's super annoying for my team, so I'm just going to Volt Switch. As you do knock, so you're going to knock my Colbur, but that's my Light Clay, but that's okay. A little bit worrisome, but not the end of the world. So we get our Volt Switch off, and I think just go this and Toxic Spike is what's this going to do? I mean, he can pivot out into the hat, but if he pivots out half, fine. I just really want to get these Toxic Spikes off early. Toxic Spikes we go. As you do knock, fair enough, but that's fine. We just want these big Toxic Spikes. So this Deoxys is doing a lot of work in the early game. We get our T-Spikes. And here I'm just going to Flamethrower in the off chance that King Gambit comes in. Unfortunately, the King Gambit can come in next turn and claim a kill. I am likely going to let him claim my Magneton. But see, do I Sludge? If I don't know if Flamethrower is going to kill is the thing. I think I am going to Sludge. Please don't go Gambit. If you go Gambit, I'm going to regret my life choices. But we'll see. I think we're likely going to see a Gambit, and I'm going to get this Sludge off for no reason. You're thinking about this for too long. Please don't go Gambit. No, you don't go Gambit. Okay. Is that Trick Room? No, it's Teleport. Okay, that's fine. You're going to go down to the Toxic Spikes. But he does have that as sack fodder, unfortunately. We're likely going to see the Gambit come out, and Gambit's going to claim one. There's not a whole lot I can do about Fuddy King Gambit. Yep, King Gambit comes out. Do I go Rotom and go for like a really early play, or do I just sack my Magneton, which is a safer play? Thing is, if I sack Magneton, I don't know what my next series of plays is the thing. If I sack Magneton, I don't really have a good way to one-shot this, besides my Trevenant, which has to risk kind of like a 50-50, and I don't know if he's gonna Sucker Punch a Trevenant. Kato Cleave, will this take me out? It does take me out, unfortunate. So our Rotom gone. Probably should have sacked the Magneton then. Really have great ways of dealing with this. I can go Bundle. Bundle should be able to take one hit. Go Gliscor. Gliscor is going to bait the Terra. I think Bundle's fine in Hydro. And if you go Torkoal, I will get up my Rain Dance. This is a very scary situation. We do get the Hydro off, so that's going to be a lot of damage to Gambit. Kowtow comes out, gonna do a decent amount. That does a lot. Is that Banded? That might be Banded, honestly. This year's Iron Bundle has decent bulk. It's like not terrible. I was at 273 and got down to 62. Yeah, I think that's Choice Banded. Yeah, that is definitely a Choice Banded Gambit. Okay. So good to know this is Banded. So I think Hydro is indeed my play here, because you can't go for the Sucker. As you do have to switch out, yeah. So good to know that this is banned, so we can kind of play around with that more carefully. Deoxys comes down. Deoxys is going to be the sack here. So no Dio. No Dio, no Rotom. Actually, it's really good to know that that is a Banded Gambit, just because that makes the Tree Mind game a lot easier for me. Just because I can like sub, and I can, if he Kowtow Cleaves, I can just Drain Punch and kill him. Our Tree is a very good Pokemon here. I don't know who you go. Torkoal, okay. Are you gonna like spin? Probably. I probably don't take a Lava Plume, is because I am a Bundle. So yeah, I think Slowking's my play. Even though I know the spin's probably coming, I don't want to risk playing like any super aggressive mind games early. Even though I am getting in a more desperate situation. Overheat, that's not going to do very much. Are you going to be a Jetpack? Could be. That would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, you are a Jetpack. Okay. That was a good brain. It's because I don't really have great ways of dealing with Gambit. Unfortunately, I took Growth off Trevenant. So you're thinking about this for a while. We're likely going to see the Gambit. No reason not to. We see the Wake. Wake shouldn't be able to one-shot me, though. Can it? I do not want to make a mistake here. What are you? Protostant's special attack? Protostant's special attacks are probably Protostant's special attack specs. So, walking. This is so modest. Slowking. Galar. Sun. Yeah, you kill. Yeah, you definitely kill multiple times over. I guess I sack Magneton this turn. So a little bit on the back foot early. I think we can potentially come back. It's very tricky. I was hoping up for Magneton to be able to do more work in the early game. I think we are going to have to win with the Tree. And in order for Tree to win, we're going to need Chip on that Torkoal, which is going to be a little bit easier said than done. Hydro Steam. Should take me out. Does take me out. Okay. Yeah, this is the only thing I have that's gonna outspeed it, and I can't really afford Tree taking too much trip early. Do I make a crazy play in Hydro? Would Hydro catch? Not much. Yeah, I think Freeze Dry has to be my play. If you go Gambit, you go Gambit. You stay on, you're gonna lose us. Yeah, so Walking Wake gone. Maybe you didn't know about Freeze Dry. That's possible. I'm glad I didn't Hydro. I almost Hydroed there. So that's a big threat out of the way. Comfy is Terra Ground, which is a little scary. But we do have the Toxic Spikes off. So he'll be taking Residual Chip, so we can maybe like beat that with Sky Score a little bit. Wake Down really opens up my Gliscor endgame actually, especially with Gambit chipped. It's because right now, yeah, Gliscor needs very little tap in him right now to win. It's because all the Pokemon that can potentially take a hit are slowly getting chipped down. Besides, I just need chip on the Hat, and depending on the Comfy variant, probably a little chip on the Comfy. I mean, Torkoal probably takes an Earthquake, but it'll have to play the substitute games. Comfy comes right out. Okay, fair enough. You take that chip. You do know that this is Terra Ground. I don't think that really changes what we do, though. I do know that this is a threat if it starts getting up Calm Mind. If you Calm Mind this turn, I might be in a little bit of an issue if I don't have Light Screen off, and now thinking about that was actually a mistake. Especially since I don't have the 2 layers of T-Spikes. Growth. That's actually an even bigger issue. That might be game, honestly. Yes, I don't know if my tree's going to be able to break this. And I assume Terra Ground should be able to one-shot my Comfy. I mean, I'm forced to Flamethrower. As you do Terra, this is a dicey situation for me. Probably should have stayed in with the bundle, now that I think about it. It's because I didn't need bundle for anything. It's because this Gambit was banded. That was a misplay on my end. Terra Blast should be able to take me out, especially after growth. Yeah, it does take me out. Okay. This is scary. And it's Life Orb. Good to note. We can potentially beat this with Tree, I think. Tree should be able to take 1. And from there, maybe we could try getting off an endgame with Gliscor. This is going to come down to can Tree take a +2 thing. I have to Poltergeist. And we'll see. This is a scary endgame. Very, very scary. Yeah, if you go Gliscor this turn, if you go Gambit this turn, it creates a really annoying mind game for me. Well, not really, I know you're banded, but probably should have Terra'd this, actually. For the more damage. Yeah, that was actually a mistake. I'm sure you're calculating what Terra Ghost does. It's because you know them Terra Ghost. Terra Blast, that's going to do nothing. You overpredicted, let's go. Okay, so as long as we hit this Poltergeist, we should be good. As you take that, okay. Are we going to hit? Come on, hit it. Let's go! Big Trevenant, okay. That puts us in a really good situation. Comfy gone. I think we have enough for a sub. What you have left is Gambit Hat and Torkoal. And we do have the Drain Punch for the Gambit. Do I have enough for the sub is the question. If I can get a sub and start getting up... Actually, I don't really need to sell up with what he has left. But... let's see. I might keep the tree around if his tree's a really, really good win condition right now. I do need the Torkoal chipped, but that is just about the only thing I really need. Come on, bring out the Gambit. Torkoal. Okay. Fair enough. We do know that this is overheat. Do I have enough for sub? I do have enough for a substitute right now. Do I go for it? I just think this is a really good win condition here. I think I do have to go for it to get trip on this in order to get into Gliscor range. So we do eat the Salic. Hopefully you go for overheat. Please do not have the lava boom. Shell Smash. Okay, that is interesting. But that actually puts us in a good situation. It's because we can Drain Punch up. And like Endure chip this down a little bit. I think. I hope. It's because we do have the Harvest Salex. Okay. We do have to Drain Punch here. We know that you don't have the item. It's because you burned it. That does nothing. No. I think I might end up losing to the sun. Yeah, let's use this Flamethrower. Or I might end up just losing to the hat. So we're just gonna keep eating these that berries. 70. Am I in substitute range? I am not in substitute range. So I do have to endure here. And can Torkoal outspeed bundle? Probably not. Please don't burn. Okay, so you take another round of that. I think we can potentially win with the Gliscor. It's just this is getting into a very weird situation. I endure again. I do think the Trevenant can potentially win if I do get the endure off. How much is my bundle doing to this Torkoal? I just want to make sure my bundle can outspeed this at +2. Should be able to, yeah. Do I take him out with Freeze Dry? 25%. It's close. Actually, I'm -2. I do take him out with Freeze Dry. So I think we do go for the double endure here. Please get. Failed, okay. We could have potentially won with 3 there. It was a 50-50. We had to play for it. But now bundle comes in. Should revenge kill this. And from there, it's going to be, can my Gliscor basically 1v1 the Gambit? I think it can. It's behind I'm sub, but we'll see. So I'm just going to freeze try. No reason not to. If you go Gambit, that actually creates a really annoying mind game, but you do not. So Torkoal goes down. And this is going to be a tight one. This is down to the wire. Hat does come out. You do take the Toxic Spikes. How much are my facades going to be doing? I don't know if it's worth dehydroing this, or let's see, half. This might be Trick Room, I'm just realizing. And if it's Trick Room, I think I lose. Oh. Yeah, this is probably Trick Room. I mean, Freeze Try should get this into my Gliscor range. How much room is my Gliscor doing? No, I actually need to Hydro. Freeze Try doesn't do enough. I think I do need We do hit the Hydro. Calm Mind. That's what we want to see. Okay, okay. This is scary. Calm Mind Life Leftovers. Okay, hopefully this isn't Trick Room. I think we win as long as this isn't a Trick Room variant. Either way, I do think I have a Hydro. I don't think Freeze Dry is going to quite do enough. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we do hit the Hydro. Okay. So that's a dead hat. And we are going to move on to the next round in probably one of the closest games I've had in quite a bit. It's because it's a banned Gambit. We already know this. We could Encore him and Sucker Punch and just kind of win. So you get the plus one, whatever, but it doesn't matter. I'm Encore, so I'm just Encoring you. If you SD, you lose. We know you're banned anyways. As you do Suckers because you have to. We do get the Encore off. And we can just go Gliscor, get sub, and then GTs. So, man, that was a crazy game. Really good brings on his end. Growth Compy, I was expecting Calm Mind Comfy, but Growth Compy was really good in order to be able to secure the one-shot on my Soul King. If I imagine that's probably why you ran Growth. So we're just going to sub up here and good game. Yep. This means you're locked in Sucker. And yeah, this game could have gone very differently if he was a Trick Room hat, which I thought he was going to be when I saw Ban Gambit, but fortunately he was not, so we get to move on. And we're not going to Terra for the Aura. Sucker, doesn't matter. You'll break our sub, but you are going to lose your King Gambit, and we're going to move on to the next round where we have face, I believe, either Who or Liv, both of which are pretty solid battlers, so it should be a hype one. And yeah, good game.